What is up, you guys? My name is Somi, and this is our Invisible Prowess. Thank you so much for tuning in today's collective reading. Today's format is definitely going to be a little bit different. I was not planning to post a video today, but then Spirit was like, I was starting to receive a full download, and then Spirit was like, nope, gotta post one today. So here I am. I hope you're doing well, everybody, and yeah, let's dive straight in. So this is the Wild Unknown Alchemy deck guidebook by Kim Krantz. So the card in which I was starting to see or feel really a full download was this card specifically, which is titled Mortifactio or Mortification. So let's read together what exactly it stands for. Okay, so it's one of the last cards here. It's one of the 8 operating cards, so let's read it together. So decay, death, and decomposition. Mortifactio is the great alchemical operation of darkness. What was once composed now decomposes. What was once presentable is now despicable. This stage cannot be avoided. The underworld has taken us into dark interior of its belly, and here we reside until spring. Through the natural process of decay, we descend into depths we didn't know existed. The alchemist soon finds mortifactio is a stage of regeneration and sacred power, where the soil is fertile and rich, offering nourishment for tomorrow. This stage cannot be rushed. The darkness must have time to do its work, to dismantle and to loosen, to free us from old scripts and stories. As we learn to surrender to this great operation, the earth churns and wisdom whispers in the dark. She envelops us with grace and the promise of what's to come. Yeah, so I definitely feel that message. We are in this spiritual winter, no pun intended, as we are in the winter season here, and we definitely feel it with the winter storm. And it definitely pushes us into this hibernation mode, right? Which is can be isolating. That's the thing about it, right? So it's deeply challenging because literally your environment is so harsh, whether that be an external environment, internal environment. There's this war that wages within us, right? And when it said what was once composed now decomposes, and what was once presentable is now despicable, you're definitely someone collective that your values are changing. Okay, what you prioritize now is not the same things that you were prioritizing before. Okay, and that's okay. That is part of your soul evolution. That is part of your journey. And as slow and time consuming this period is, okay, because guess what, in the winter season there's still January, there's still February, and we still feel it all the way through March, and as it mentions here, we wait for spring. You know, there's a season for everything, right? You're in this season in this life, and rather than rushing it, right, it's your ego's way of trying to control things that simply cannot be controlled. Okay, and what you really can do at this point, collective, is to really to surrender in this dance of the slowness, the gentleness, the gracefulness, right? Because there is power in this very potent period in your life right now, collective. And this is a stage that absolutely cannot be rushed. Okay, as it says here, the darkness must have time to do its work, to dismantle and to loosen, to free us from old scripts and stories. This is your personal rebirth. This is your spiritual awakening still taking place. Okay, let's see what else with this Rumi oracle card here. I love this deck. Actually, this is one of my first decks I've ever owned. Ooh. Yeah, cosmic heart here. Let's go ahead and read this message here. This is number 8. Oh. Okay. I was dead, I became alive. I was tears, I became laughter. The power of love arrived and made me everlasting power. I've seen everything, I have no fear. I have the heart of a lion. I shine like Venus by Rumi. I hear it and weep in sublime reverence. I bow to this living, beating, loving heart of the universe. It echoes throughout all of creation. Once some time ago I was deaf. I have not heard one true sound, much noise but no truth. So I believed in many things not worth believing in. It's kind of skipped. Okay. There's a time on the journey of love when the beloved, that would be you and me, sweet soul, is prepared to engage more completely with the heart of the divine lover. The preparation will be a rich process, spiritually speaking. It may also feel like being beaten, pummeled, simmered, and stirred in the pot of the divine master chef to become a sacred and savory meal fit for the most heavenly of feasts. This is a courageous and bold process, one that will create the most delicious aromas in the soul. And yet, it is one that will likely take us to the places we would rather avoid, places of confrontation with pain, but where the loss of its grip on our being no longer lets us quake, retreat from life in fear of uncertainty. You have been through these tantalizing trials, that the push to surrender, the fear, the realization you attempts to get control amount to not so much actually. Why not abandon them altogether? The trials have asked you to confront every part of you, your being, that holds itself back in resistance to what is, in resistance to what life presents at this very moment. You have been asked to become comfortable with the possible discomfort of not knowing, and to understand that you don't have to understand anything for life to work out with perfect synchronicity and generous grace. You have been asked to bear darkness without losing hope for the return of the light. You have been asked to trust in your heart and wisdom when your mind has terrorized by nightmares and hallucinations of fear. They were so powerful, you were certain they must be real, but you must be crazy not to run and hide somehow, somewhere. And yet you are, still loving, still wise, and ready for a love bigger than you have ever experienced before. So we step forward together, you and I link my arm and through yours, and I urge you on. Let us run together and jump over the edge. No more half living in any way for you and me. We will weep crystal clear tears, and we will laugh with such joy that stars will burst forth, borne upon our exhalations. We will hear the beating of the cosmic heart pounding in our ears, and how we shall dance to it. That sacred, intoxicating rhythm move hips and hands and hearts, raising the soul from slumber. But the heart does beat too so loud. It can be startling to the parts of you unused to such wild, unconditional affection and rowdy playfulness. The oracle comes with a special guidance for you. More love is rushing towards you like a great cosmic tsunami. You will struggle with this blessing to the extent that you will attempt to hold on to what has been, so don't let go. Let it move you. You'll perhaps get some water up your nose, and nothing will come to you that you cannot handle. You'll be disheveled somewhat, undoubtedly, yet as you are washed up upon love's shining shore, keep keeping your hair in place will be the last thing on your mind. You'll be too caught up in the wonder of perfection, realizing how deeply loved you are and how unnecessary it is to contrive a way to live your purpose. Instead, you'll have no idea what is going on. You'll be surrendered in passionate embrace with life, simply being your exquisite, crazy, unique self, saturated with divine love. It will drip from you, out of your feet, your eyes, your voice, and touch. You'll water the earth with love's oceanic presence. Oh, how that tsunami will deliver you into your divine destiny. No need for any contrivance. Let your hair get messed up. Your destiny awaits you now. Wow. So this definitely ties into the first card that we drew here, collective. You are in this spiritual winter, and this is the spring, the season of spring that awaits you on the other side, okay? Literally, it says, you'll water the earth with love's oceanic presence, okay? And so much love, so much joy, so much excitement, so much fulfillment awaits you on the other side. And this spiritual winter, this spiritual isolation, hibernation here is, it's exactly what's preparing the way for you to break out and break through um and get out of that, move beyond the surface here, okay? So that will be all of your message for today's reading. If you like this reading and or resonated with it, please drop a heart down below in the comment section and comment down below what message resonated with you the most. Please follow me on all of your social media platforms and have a good one. Bye.